Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Hardcore Revisited challenge. 47 just celebrating the fair amounts of success that we had last time round. Let's see if we can't keep that up today as we continue to pursue the Suppressor. We've got 2 missions left at level 2. They are in Whitsun Creek and Miami, and I think we were going to save Whitsun Creek for the showdown. So, Miami. Assault rifle kill epic is better than collateral accident, probably. Pays a bit less. Money's not the primary thing here. Do I know of any easy spots to get propane flasks though on Miami for the old collateral accidents? No bodies found. That does make assault rifle seem a bit more plausible, I think. So we will go with Miami, and we will go with assault rifle epic, and we will select one of those assault rifles. Looks like we've only got the one epic one, unless we've got one in here that fits the bill, but I don't think it's an epic one that's available. No, it's just a rare. But yes, let's double check. Yep, this is an epic assault rifle. It will do the job, and it's silenced. Doesn't sound that silenced, but is it silenced? No, it's not. Curious. So there are 2 epic assault rifles available which would be silenced, but we don't have either of them. So does that complicate matters? Maybe we do take collateral accident instead. We don't have to blow things up with a propane. It's often the best method, but it's not entirely necessary. We could instead... Oh, we don't have an oil drum. Let's see. We don't have much in the way of... We've got a proximity micro taser. Things can't go wrong with that, can they? Okay, I think we will take the assault rifle. Although unsilenced pistol kill epic, but no, we lost El Matador, didn't we? On one of our previous adventures. Very well. Yeah, we'll bring along this epic assault rifle and we'll just shoot someone, put them in a bin, and then run away from the scene of the crime. Okay, so it's a nighttime Miami, which I think means Silver Tongue. The race is finishing. So Moses Lee will be strolling around at some point soon. We've got 2 security outfits we can grab that will do the job. Although, we could also potentially just shoot one of our targets without getting a disguise that lets us get our gun out. One's near the expo rooms, one's roaming around and about, perhaps. But, I mean, it would be nice to get a security outfit, just to avoid trespassing as much as anything. So I think we will do basic Miami strat number 1 and make our way into this room. Now let's get that camera turned off. That guy's snoozing. This guy does have a key card, so maybe we collect that from his person. Excellent. May as well grab his gun. And no bodies are to be found, so let's be on the safe side and put him in a cupboard. This keycard ought to be useful because one of our targets is in the expo centre, and I think it'll help us around there. Now, where's our briefcase? There it is. Don't necessarily need the briefcase. Could get by with the gun out now that we're a guard, but we'll keep it cased up for now. Okay, so one of our targets isn't far away.
God damn. We're in trouble.
And they're coming our way. Are they coming outside here? No.
Please don't peekaboo me, sir. Last time I almost killed you, remember?
Okay, so you are Kronstadt Security. And you're searching for Robert Knox from the sound of things. maybe your outfit would come in handy down the line. And there's a box down here. So maybe we also knock out and bring down our target. And then we can shoot them with our assault rifle. So, he did come in here, did our target. He's wandered off again, but he did come in here. Is there another box out here? Although there's more people around out here as well, so... yeah, maybe we'll wait for him to return. Play it patient like. Right, those two aquarium guards might hear us. But they might not, because we're going to be down here shooting. So maybe it's only the sleeping security guard that we need to worry about. It should give us ample time to get away once we've knocked our friend out. Not sure who that other target is who's roaming about this area, but we'll find out when we need to. One at a time. Yeah, here he is. That's got his attention. This should be target number 1. Oh, pish. I've thrown the briefcase incorrectly like an idiot. Okay. Who needs briefcases? Let's take his clothes off. Just in case we need them later. They might come in handy with them being a civilian outfit. And now, let's pull out the old epic assault rifle. Let's do our dirty deeds. Oh, there we go. Gunshot has been heard. People are searching. Is it? Yeah, it was Sleeping Man. It's probably the only person who's searching. Let's scuttle away from the scene of that particular crime. Now, there's a target. She roamed out here fairly close. But now she's gone in here. Is this the aquarium? It is. Right, so she roams into the aquarium and then she keeps going. She's having herself a coffee, by the look of it. Can we lure her in here? No. Will anyone notice, though, if we lure her over here?
Is that you, Laszlo? Are you trying to scare me?
Right, so here she comes.
I don't like this one little bit.
Now when she wanders off again, or at least when the question mark goes off her head, let's throw that. And we've got her again. Good. So this should
What was
be
that?
target number 2 taken care of. Okay, we can't seem to...
Hey, no!
Yeah, couldn't seem to throw the briefcase at her head for some reason. But that's fine. That didn't count as blowing our disguise for some reason. I'd already forgotten that was an objective. But it's cool. It's cool. She's in a cupboard. All is well. Now, do we take another outfit? Max Mortimer is in the security area. So we are going to need a security outfit to get in there. Which one has fewest enforcers? Probably Kronstadt Security. It's generally deemed to be a harder outfit, a better outfit. Harder to get. Lets you into more spaces, I think. So it's probably the better bet. So let's pop down and grab that. Now that we're styling, we can go about our business. Behave yourself, cats. Little Sammy trying to jump up at Bella, who's kipping on the back of my chair. This is why I need a new chair, because the old one is falling apart because of cats tussling. Now, where's that safe? Safe is up higher still. We don't need the safe. There is no universe in which we need to crack this safe. However, it's close by, and so I want it. All being well, we'll get it without losing some more money because we get spotted or someone finds a body or something of that nature. Now, whereabouts might the clues be? There any out on this balcony? It seems not. There is a body over there who's enforcing us. I mean, he's not a body, he's a person. But if he gets in our way, he'll become a body. So there's people in the next room that would absolutely hear if we exploded this safe.
Just think. We're
There's that
practically
guy.
able to reduce any
So he's going
series
back
of
and
numbers
forth.
which are updated in real.
We'll give him a minute, because I suspect at least one of the other clues is in there.
Definitive.
Lovely.
Let's not make any.
Okay, safe robbed with relatively little drama. That's how we like it. Well, I mean, we like lots of drama, but only when we actually end up getting away with things. So, you're looking over there. We want to go out the way we came, I think. More or less. Off we go to the upper floor. Oops. Enforcer. One of those general ones who's there to teach you about hiding in crowds. And now there's this super enforcer that lurks at the top of these stairs somewhere. Oh, he's not a super enforcer, he's just an enforcer to the outfits I always tend to wear up here. Okay. Now, in here we have stuff that we can play with, haven't we? Yeah, we've got that fuse box. So maybe we'll wait for our man to be the closest of these three guards, because there isn't anywhere in here to hide people. So ideally, we only want to take out one target in this room. Okay, I've got Yuki standing on my shoulder. That's not going to help matters all that much. He's just climbing about the place like an idiot. Yeah, maybe we Seeker this guy. I mean, we don't need to. We could just break his neck, probably. Yeah. Yeah, why complicate things when we can just leave him over here, crunch him, and go about our business? Because we don't have hide target bodies, we've just got no bodies found. And that's that achieved. Do we stop in to see Supplier Friend? They are just over here, aren't they? Yes. So that would probably be a sensible thing to do. He does have cool stuff after all. Striker, it is pretty cool stuff. Yeah, let's get the Striker. Could come in handy if we need a little gun. And if we want to go loud on a mission down the line. It's a shame it's not El Matador. Gives us more prestige options, but still, it's a cool gun. Now, yeah, it is Silver Tongue, because that's all the Atlantide stuff set up. No one's really watching us, so let's break open that door. And now let's work our way around and towards an exit. We don't need to be that circumspect. There's no enforcers out here.
Now the boss is happy.
Well, look at them. They're shifting crates, and that means a lot of people are finding out.
And then we can sneak through this little section that nobody ever uses unless they're going for Silent Assassin on a Silver Tongue. And we're at the entrance, and we started the day with a perfect run. Sweet. What prize do we have in the crate today? Prox Taser, again. Prox Explosive. That's always fun. Yeah, let's grab a Prox Explosive and just place it on the floor at our feet. Now, Sniper Kill Epic. Should be fine. It is the showdown. So let's have a look. It's Wick Creek. Hide target bodies, no bodies found. Okay. So that would suggest poisoning people, maybe. And then... although Wick Creek is the worst map for poisoning people and then quietly drowning them. But Sweet Tooth and Dehydrated. Shotgun Kill. Epic. Sniper Kill. Epic. So do we bring a shotgun and be able to carry it openly guard outfits? Or do we stick to civilian outfits and therefore it doesn't matter which gun we bring because either would be illegal? I'm going to go sniper. I'm going to go epic sniper. We've got most of the gear that we need, I think. No, it doesn't need to be legendary, so we don't need to bring the Jaeger along. So a Sieger will do the job, a Sieger 300 Viper. There's not a lot of climbing in Whit Creek, so having a briefcase full of gun is not too much of a problem. And we are looking for glasses, earrings, necklace and no hair. Do we bring anything else along? Do we need to bring emetic? Well, we haven't got emetic pills and whatnot, so that's out of the question anyway. Yeah, I think we've probably got everything we need, so let's rock and roll. Okay, so step 1. Outfit. Doesn't really matter where our targets are right now. Let's think. Nurse's outfit? Batsy's outfit? Maybe Batsy's outfit. I don't think we've ever really been James Batsy all that much. Now there's a target, but is he suspicious of us right now? I mean, he's got hair, so he's not the one. That guy's a lookout, so we'll just skirt around the place. Is that another target coming out? Yeah, he's got a hat. So yeah, anyone with a hat or hair is off the list, which is good, because that allows us to rule people out quite easily from a distance. Now, there's the trash guy, the garbage disposal chap. So let's let him do his thing. Yeah, you go past, my friend. And now, where's Mr. Batsy? There he is. You are going over there a bit. So we will put you in your shed, I think. That should keep you out of trouble. And I'm not sure how many people will recognise us in this outfit. I'm going to assume not many. Maybe that garbage guy. Although, looks like some of Nolan's guards might as well. I guess because Nolan Cassidy is a bit suspicious of Mr. Batsy anyway, then it would make sense that his guards are too. There's a potential target. Going into the Wilsons. Right, that's not handover macing, so she's off the list.
You folks are strange.
Now,
Did you see that?
is that someone else ruled out already? Someone who looks the part, but isn't the one, which is good, because there won't be many that look the part. Now, let's get back over here, because there's a lookout there as well. They're going to be the problem on this map. There'll be lookouts for days. Right, 2 people in the Griswold property. They are both blonde. So neither is the one. We managed to snag one of them there.
Nurse is added to camp.
But the other one
the bird guy.
I think he comes
is now
early.
going into the Wilsons. But we know it's not him anyway. So maybe the nurse outfit so we can get into Jane's property would be the way to go. Okay, that got the attention of the ranger and the nurse.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll stay right here, where it's safe.
Curious.
You know what I like about you guys? You're just so chill. Not like Janice. I've never met a man so full of bile. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just trying to help him, and he's
We're gonna
behaving
pop you
like
in
a
there.
complete ass. All right, I better go. You know, it's like he knows that I know that he's hiding something. Huh.
Now let's get nurse friend. Good. You can also go in this shed. No one else will come in this shed, so it makes a fine place to put bods, I think. Oh, there's also a box in here, even better. So now we should be allowed, at the very least, into the garden of Janus's property, I think. Let's see. We do still have 2 targets over there by the look. Well, there's a few around about. They keep moving between the properties, so probably with enough patience we wouldn't need to trespass at any stage. What's up, Red? You're not the one. Nor are you, Blondie. Nor is Red, who's going next door.
Richard, you are such a fool. How could you
No.
forget the class? All you had to do was remember
Orange
the
t-shirt
lesson,
man
flip some marbles and introduce them to
is
the
possible. He's bold. Are we allowed in the garden? Yeah, good. Well, there's people everywhere who recognise us. Now, you. Glasses, earrings, necklace, no hair. Yeah, I think you've got earrings. We'll mark you as a potential suspect for now. He's heading off at speed. Where's he going? He's going down into the basement of the Griswold property. Looks like to have a meeting. Now, are they going to hand over an item?
Yeah. So the other day I accidentally asked Janus about that.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a handover meeting. So that's probably our man. So yeah, I'm thinking that's our man. How many other targets have we got left? Right, it's not Blonde. And Blonde was having a meeting with the blonde woman, I think. So that's 3 of the possible suspects for a handover meeting ruled out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's our man. Now, he's gone back into the Wilson property. How do we deal with this? Do we get back into the Griswold property and go into the Janus property and take out the cameras? Because we're certainly not allowed in the Griswold. Yes. Who are you? Are you a lookout? You must be. Can we sneak past here without getting spotted? Good. Now, there's someone down here as well. Is there somewhere to hide bodies down here? I hope so, because I'm going to make one. Cassidy bodyguard. Are they allowed in here? Ah, there's a fridge, good. I thought there was, but I wasn't 100% on that. Now, are we allowed down here as a Cassidy bodyguard? Let's double check. No, so we're trespassing either way. Let's open up this tunnel. We could get a Janus guard outfit, which would allow us to hang out down here. Maybe we do that for now. Although this guy is still an enforcer, so it doesn't help us an awful lot. And then maybe let's take out the cameras. Maybe let's take out this bodyguard, actually. Might be nice to be able to lure people into this room. I was thinking about poisoning people, but it's not necessary. Not if we can lure the right target around the place. Because yeah, if they come down for another meeting down here, their assassins seem to hang out outside. So that's good news for us. But where is our man now? He's now in the Lewinsky property, for which a Nolan outfit would be best. Now we're trespassing at the moment. Did that flash yellow for a second? Did someone see us through the floor? Are we trespassing just in the basement? Yeah. But we're not trespassing if we go up into the house proper, right? No. But there is somebody who recognises us. So it doesn't really help us to be in this nurse outfit right now. There's also Garbage Man. Is Garbage Man of any use to us? This area is hostile, so it's trespassing as nurse. It's hostile as anything else. And then this area is still trespassing if we're a Garbage Man. But then outside here is fine. Apart from all the lookouts, of which there are plenty. There are still a couple of targets, I think, who we've not officially confirmed as not the one. But there are lookouts frickin' everywhere. So it's just a nightmare to do anything. Now, prime suspect is in the west property. That is somewhere we can get to as a Garbage Man. What are you doing, Enforcer? Are you an Enforcer or are you a lookout? It's hard to tell. Don't make a huge amount of difference to us, I don't think.
Don't bring it with you. You can't.
Target is in the West House.
I need it to get rid of an aggressive.
Now, Garbage Men are allowed in the West Garden. Are they allowed in the house proper? I think so, because you can pish in there. Now, there's our man. And there's an assassin. He's on the move again. He's headed towards a meeting of some sort. And it's back in Janus Land. Or maybe it's out the other side again. Maybe he's going back out to where he was earlier. Yeah, it looks like he's going back down into the basement. Which would be a great place to be if this lookout wasn't harshing my vibe. Oh. Cool. So they're down in the basement. Here comes his assassin. Luckily, none of these guys are going to be
Listen, I'll be in touch.
that concerned about us.
Could you please leave us alone? Much appreciated.
Right.
All's good. I'll see you around. Bye. Cool. See ya.
Cool. One of them's leaving. Now, someone heard that. Cool. That was this assassin. That's good. If we can lure him over here, that'd be even better. Okay, I think we may have got the assassin. Oh no, we got that man. What if we throw a briefcase in here now? Who hears that? The assassin of Blondie heard that. Okay. Does that help us? I mean, that's a body out the way. Not the one we needed, though.
Wow.
Now, who's heard that? Actually, Blondie heard that. Okay.
Whoa.
That's not ideal. But now we've got the assassin of Orange T-shirt.
We might have a possible disturbance. I'm moving to investigate. We'll keep you posted.
So yeah, Blondie's going to leave. And now Orange T-shirt's assassin has come strolling over to see what's what. So that's both of their assassins taken out. Which means we've definitely got Orange T-shirt assassin. I'm pretty sure that was him who I've just put in the freezer. But I guess we'll see. However, target has now wandered off again. He's now in the Wilson property. And there is still a guy who's probably a lookout. So I think we've helped ourselves here. Maybe it'd be a good idea to hide this body a bit further, but then again, where are we going to put it? Because in here, we've only got a cupboard, right? We don't have a second cupboard lurking around the place? No. So if we're going to take out our man and hide him, it's going to have to be in that cupboard that's already got one body in it. May as well kill that guy, because he is an assassin after all. So do we just wait around? Or do we try and hunt down our man again? There is still someone at Janus's that we've not ruled out completely, but I do worry about old Cowboy Hat here. He keeps coming back this way, like a pain in the ass. We could theoretically become a nurse again and head over to Janus's property. Or we could become Janus's bodyguard, actually. Either way, there'll be enforcers. But there'll be more enforcers as the bodyguard, it seems. Now, who are you?
Mr.
Okay, the business network's escaping because I ballsed up. And there's an assassin on the loose. Hopefully that won't mess up our target. Where is our target right now? Still at the Wilsons. Maybe we'll get away with this. Maybe our target isn't going to be spooked by everyone fleeing. Right, so that was clumsy, but we may have got away with it. Are we allowed in Janus's property as a garbage man? No. Okay. But there's what's probably our man. Looked like he was having a drink there, over at the West property.
Whoa there, buddy. You're trespassing.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
I need you to follow me. Are we clear?
Yeah, sure. Where are we going? Are we going into the Wilsons? I can do that. Preferably if that lookout.
Yes, that's good. Keep that distance, sir.
Yep. Sorry, friend.
All clear, mister. Have a good day.
Yep, we're cool. Man, I'm getting sloppy. Now, assassins have been alerted and whatnot from all these people potentially fleeing the map. Hopefully we don't come across one accidentally, or we'll just get murked instantly. But yeah, is our man going back into the West House? No, he's coming out of the West House. He's dropping down some stairs. But we're allowed in the West Garden.
Whoa.
Whoa. Sorry, friend. Didn't even see you there. You probable assassin, you. No, our man's going back into there. Which means he's going back through the Wests? Through the Wilsons, maybe? Ah, he's checking his phone again. That's good. Now he's power walking to a meeting, which, all being well, will be back down in the basement. Oops. How did we get away with that? Man. This is some of the clumsiest hardcore play that hasn't led to instant failure that you will ever see. And yes, we're all going back downstairs. Can we make it past that
Greetings,
lookout?
sir.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yep, don't you worry about that.
Hey,
Now, nearest guy heard that. He's going to tell the other guy to come look, isn't he? Yeah, because targets always tell someone else to come look for them. Even if that other person they're telling is another target. So that's just worked out dandy. Assuming we've got the right man, of course. I guess we'll find out about now. So, you there. Leader eliminated, thank God for that. And now we just want to hide him somewhere. So, doesn't really matter which disguise we're wearing. Because we are going to be a bit sus with the whole dragging a dead body around. So Blondie has just decided to leave and go about his business. That's fine. We might be about to get the least perfect run you'll ever see on hardcore. Okay, so bodies have been hidden. No bodies are going to be found if we play our cards right, and we're not going to blow our disguise if we wait for old blue t-shirt to go over there. We come this way. We hop this fence. Do we hop it right now, or do we wait? Yep, Mr. Janus is doing his thing, so over we go. Now, we're actually in the right disguise, you know. So, let's just stroll off on the back of this truck, shall we? We could go for a safe, but after that, I'm really not pushing my luck any further. Jeez. I have got no idea how any of that works. But we've got another epic sniper rifle for our troubles. And we've also got ourselves a remote audio distraction. What else might we want from the middle? Let's have a look. Because everything on the left basically is explosives and whatnot. The middle still does have remote emetic gas device. And I guess it's got the oil and water canisters, which could be useful. So yeah, fine, we'll take your bloody micro audio distraction with its micro radius that makes it completely useless. And now we'll see where we're headed next. Okay, so where have we not been yet? Quite a few places, to be honest. And I do like to visit fresh places, so let's have a look through our list. I do also want to avoid Colorado, I think. I know it's cliche to hate on Colorado at this point, but really, it's just not a good idea to go there in hardcore. Now, that one's got four that we've not seen before, but it does have Miami, which we've already seen like twice. I mean, everything else on that one looks nice. It's mostly fresh maps. I mean, it gets to the point when you're partway through a syndicate like this where you can't help but repeat some maps. But I just don't want to do Miami after Miami after Miami. But at the same time, I do want to win the hardcore challenge. So maybe we do the 3Ms, New York and Paris. It is eco-crime though. We don't have a lot of the tools that we need for eco-crime. But maybe that helps, because then maybe that means I don't risk my life trying something bloody stupid. But then assassination. We like assassination. Dartmoor's fresh. Haven's just great for showdowns. We do really need to avenge our failure on Hawke's Bay / Hantu. Wick Creek would be a duplicate as well though, so there would be 2 duplicates on that one. Heck with it, we'll go with assassination. We'll go with these maps here, and maybe we'll save Haven for another showdown. Now, where have we got safe? Haven doesn't have a safe. Nor does Hawke's Bay. Everywhere else does. Let's see what we have on the list. Headshot kill legendary. We can bring a silenced pistol for that. Do we have silenced pistol kill anyway on Hawke's Bay, maybe? Maybe we're lucky. Headshot kills only. Sniper rifle kill. Eliminate guards SMG. Do we bring a legendary sniper rifle along and kill a couple of birds with one stone? Maybe. Hopefully this time we actually get Hawke's Bay rather than Hantu. Otherwise that would be not distressing per se, but I might sigh slightly. And let's see. Headshot kills combined with SMG is always a bit tasty. You're best off knocking them out first probably, just to make sure they don't move too much, although maybe not. No, it should be alright, shouldn't it? Because they're still at head height. You just miss them a bit if they move. And perfect shooter is not on the list, thankfully. So, yeah, enough babbling. Let's go and see what this map has to offer for us. Okay, it's daytime, so it could be politician. We are just stood in the middle of everywhere. We've got a target roaming over there at the house, Luke Taylor. And then we've got Bodyguard and Darnell Hunt. So maybe we won't even have to set foot indoors. Let's see. Depends if we can see Luke Taylor at any point whilst we're out here. Might also be nice to get an outfit. But it might not be 100% necessary. It looks like a hacker. Darnell. Which would be odd. So maybe we sneak about, use the cover. Do we find our way to a corner of the map where we don't have bodyguards swarming us from every angle? Is that wise? Because they do have eyesight for days on Hawke's Bay. But if we can find a quiet corner where there's not many guards about, maybe we can bop one on the head, drag him into a bush, use our SMG to work our magic. So it looks as though Luke has now moved upstairs, perhaps. There we go. Wasn't sure if he was just not hearing that, because throwing a wrench onto sand doesn't make a lot of noise. But we have got his attention, so that's good. Down he goes. Yeah, all appears to be well. And we're now bodyguards, so it's no longer automatic hostile. Although we still need to behave ourselves if anyone's watching us. And let's see. Headshot kill. Good. We can crest this hill slightly. Maybe we just play it patient. Move along. Grab the next bodyguard. Okay, he didn't hear that. But he does occasionally move into bushes and whatnot.
Huh?
So yeah, he's heading into that bush now. Down he goes. Now, is he fully hidden? I think so, but it won't really matter if we can pop in without anyone spotting us. Where's his head? Where are his arms? You don't want to accidentally hit him in the arm. Good. So that's two of our bodyguards out of the way. Let's get the old sniper ready, because no one's probably going to come over here. So one target's coming down the stairs in the house. That bodyguard over there might notice us, but probably not. Maybe we wait for these lads to turn around so that... Oh no, hang on. Is that our man? Good. People are searching, so I think someone may have seen that shot and they may be coming to have a look at what's going on. That's our prestige done. So now let's vacate this particular area. I think, yeah, a lot of the guards have moved into their alert pose by the look of it. So I think they know where the shot came from, maybe. They're definitely on alert. That's the main thing. So we don't want to be anywhere near the scene of the crime. Although, maybe we want to make another crime. Where's our man? There he is. And there's our last man. Bullet impact was noticed. Targets are down. So now we could just leave at this point. Is everyone over there on alert as well? It looks like everyone on the map might be on alert. So maybe we scuttle over to our exit just in case. We can let some heat die down, and then should it do so, we could then maybe pop back in SMG our third guard for another perfect run. But we want to be standing over here just in case shots start getting fired. Because we don't want to be where they're coming from, or going to, more importantly. As I've said a number of times with hardcore, it can be a game of patience at times. And I think patience is the order of the day right now. Finding our supply would also be nice. But then they're not near anywhere that's of use to us because we haven't got the key to escape via any other method. So yeah, we'll just let everyone chill. Maybe we'll admire the ocean for a minute. It's a very nice ocean. Look at the way the water rolls up onto the beach. These little pools of water where the tide came in earlier. There's still a few bits of ocean left over here. It's all very nice. Now, it looks as though there's a bunch of guys over there. It looks like some of them are just in the water, to be honest. What are you all doing, you silly sausages? Yeah, they're just walking around in the ocean. Silly buggers. But at least everyone seems to have put their guns away. So I think people might have moved on to the bagging and tagging phase of the operation. Doesn't look as though we've got any... Oh yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look as though we've got any enforcers over here. And then one immediately proves me a liar. Oh. Yep, someone over there is still searching. A suited bodyguard. So in the interests of extreme caution, we're just going to run back over here. We don't want that mean-looking man to worry about us. Okay, he's chilled as well now. Good. Now everyone is chill. He might have run all the way over from the house to try and find us after he immediately calculated where the sniper shot had come from. Now he's going to possibly go and grab a body bag. Either way. Yeah, there are a few enforcers around and about. I've played Nightcall once. The nighttime variant with Alma Reynard and co. And pretty much every bodyguard seems to be an enforcer on that version of the map. It was very scary. What you got? Crap pistol. Yeah, let's buy some cheap stuff. Although, epic assault rifle that's silenced. Where were you 2 missions ago?
If you need more, you know where to find me.
Oh, get on my back. Now, can we find a guard that can be cheekily SMG'd that's not close to any enforcers? Maybe we should have taken out Baldy McSuit whilst he was all the way over here by himself. There was a chap over here who was reasonably close when I sniped one of the targets, so he might be a bit separate from the rest. Are they just leaving that body bag there? Very well. Now, where are you going, pal? You're coming over here now. Is anyone else really around? Not hugely so. So maybe we can get away with this. Let's use our wrench to knock him out. Because if we have to skedaddle at high speed, we don't mind losing a wrench. But yeah, we seem to have knocked him out successfully. And we've got our wrench back. Good. Now, there should be no one between us and the exit, so where's our SMG? That is the silence one, isn't it? Yeah, we haven't picked up a noisy one off someone. Now, where's his head? Once again, his arm has landed in an awkward spot, I feel. Briefcase stashed is fine. Cool. Nice jog across the dunes, and we are done. Quite a short mission. The Wick Creek was quite a long one. Pre-edit, at least. I don't know how it'll turn out for you guys. So I'm quite happy to have a fairly short one. Needed it just to get my heart rate back down to sensible levels after whatever that mess on Wick Creek was. Dinghy away. What's our reward this time? Electronic key hacker? Chloroform flask, it's got utility. For sure. But I believe New York is still on the menu. Yes, so we'll be getting a chloroform flask soon enough. But New York can wait till next time. As can the remainder of these level 3 missions. After that panic attack in Wick Creek, I need to lie down. So until next time, thanks for watching, friends.